There we go. And naturally we have to flip everything. So spawning up in the top left-hand position of Ohana Ladder Edition, it's our yellow Zerg player, EYEofDARKNES. And spawning down in the lower right-hand position, it's our purple Zerg player, ZamKingelman. Now these two players are probably our highest ranked players in the clan, and it's a little unfortunate that it comes to them to play in the second round. But again, it's double elimination, so we'll probably see this. Kingelman, it looks like, has gotten an Overlord until just now. So we're seeing actually a 10 Overlord, and this is going to set him quite a bit behind, at least initially. Kingelman hasn't played in a while, so we might see just some interesting stuff from him as we head on. This is a best-of-3 series between these two players. EYEofDARKNES has already secured one victory today, and looking to extend that. And ZVZ on Ohana is much like ZVZ on any other map. There's just this gigantic rush distance. It really gives the defending player an advantage in the ZVZ. And that's, that's a pretty big thing in this matchup. We see EYEofDARKNES is going for a 15 hatchery, and Kingelman's going to go for a 15 pool. And it looks like EYEofDARKNES is actually scouted. Yeah. So he does see the spawning pool going down, and this drone is just going to be maybe to harass the expansion when it does come up for Kingelman. But with the 15 hatch, if EYEofDARKNES can secure it, he'll just gain a gigantic economic advantage, and plus he'll have double production, which is perhaps even more important. The advantage that Kingelman is getting, he'll be able to make Zerglings a little bit earlier and put some pressure onto his opponent. He can also get a queen earlier for Larva Injects. We see he's actually got this gas geyser finished up, but he hasn't put anything in it. So this will be kind of a delayed speed for Kingelman, I imagine. Or he might just ignore it completely. But there's the expansion for Kingelman. Now, significantly behind, as we see EYEofDARKNES is nearly done being pecked at by a drone. It's not going to be too effective, I imagine. And the spawning pool and the extractor nearly done for EYEofDARKNES, and this will probably go into a speedling opening. And everything will be basically set to go for these two players, as I'm not set to busy in game. There we go. But the drone of Kingelman getting in, spotting everything, and was probably already aware that his opponent's queen is pretty behind. And out come the Zerglings to chase away the scout drone. And a couple of spine crawlers on the way for EYEofDARKNES, meaning that he wants to make this a little bit longer game, probably. He's going to play a little bit more defensively than his opponent. And this drone probably going to get away as long as it keeps to straight lines. There's a couple more Zerglings out for Kingelman. His expansion is just finished. And a Baneling Nest immediately on the... Oh, that's an evolution chamber. This is a Baneling Nest immediately on the way for Kingelman. So we're going to see Kingelman be the aggressor in this case. And he'll have to do some damage with his Banelings in order to catch up to the economic lead that his opponent has. Silverlord still getting some scouting information, but finally being chased away by a queen. And it shouldn't escape. And that'll supply block Kingelman, which will be pretty annoying at this point. As it goes down. Meanwhile, EYEofDARKNES actually hard capped as well at 28. So very even supply game so far. We do see the Roach War and immediately followed up from EYEofDARKNES. We'll probably see a little bit more gas, but in come the Speedlings. There's only one Spine Crawler here to defend, a handful of Zerglings at the Watchtower, and these are going to do quite a bit of damage. The second Spine does finish, and it looks like EYEofDARKNES might be able to hold. We'll see what kind of cost it winds up being. The layer started down in the natural, which I'll talk about in just a second, as the Spine Crawler finishes up, killing off this attack. So if we look, workers killed 6 on that attack, but if we look, the supply actually very even. So no real advantage gotten, and instead EYEofDARKNES just gets this little economic lead. He's up by currently 8 drones. which is pretty significant. So anyway, the layer morphing down here in the natural, I think, is very important in ZVZ, as it'll allow Eye of Darkness just a little bit of extra health on this building. We see this will go out of 1,500 health, whereas this, wow, excuse me, that'll go up to 2,000 health from 1,500 health, and that extra 400 health, or 500 health, excuse me, is very key, especially if something like this happens. In come the Banelings. Banelings actually going into the main, and this is a pretty deadly looking attack. If he gets a bunch of drones with this, that'll be the end of the game. In go the Banelings, a bunch of drones go down with that. Now up to 19 workers killed. The Zerglings still rampaging in the main, and Kingelman with a gigantic supply lead. And I'm actually not sure Eye of Darkness can defend at this point. He's got a queen, just a couple of Zerglings left. And more Zerglings being in from Kingelman from across the map. This queen's going to go down, and that should be it for game one. And Eye of Darkness now